Let's start.
Hi, everyone. How are you? And welcome to the Innovator Mindset series today, where bright women trade experiences, how-tos, and lessons, basically the real stories behind innovation. So if you came for true insights from women who have been in the trenches, you are absolutely at the right place. So welcome, everyone. This series is part of the Voice of Women in Innovation communities. We are an ever growing network of women who are challenging systems and supporting each other along the way. So, before starting, let's follow the ABC rule, always be connected. So, if you're not part of the community yet, we would love to have you. You can join us anytime. You can connect with us via LinkedIn and also follow our YouTube channel where you can find the recordings of this Innovator Mindset series. In this series, we welcome each month a brilliant woman to share with us. Today, I am happy to hand the mic over to Evelyn Villar. Evelyn is a chemical engineer. She's led product development across 10 Latin American countries. She is fluent in lean startup, agile design thinking, and perhaps more importantly, she knows how to get great ideas from whiteboard to market. So please join me in welcoming Evelyn.
Thank you very much, Mel. Well, good morning, everyone. Well, good night in some case. And whenever I give a presentation, I try to make it as dynamic as possible because this is a space to encourage reflection, participation, and personal connection also. And it is important to know our realities because we are from different countries and we have different experience in companies. And it is good to know everyone's comment about innovation and AI. And first, I have asked to audience to what percentage of innovation project do you think fail due to poor process management? You
Everyone,
can.
feel free to answer in the chat or just speak up. So what do you think, ladies? What percentage of innovation fail due to process management?
20%, 50%. What do you think?
70%, Erila, 50%, Elisa. I would say 80%.
50,
Marisa,
50.
30%.
Okay, perfect. It's correct. Okay, it's the chat. More than 70% of innovation projects fail, not because of a lack of ideas, but because of poor process management. When I started leading innovation project as chemical engineer, I thought it was enough to have a powerful idea. But I soon discovered that a good idea without a well-managed process doesn't go very far. Over the years, I've led product development for sectors such as construction, sustainability, and water treatment in global companies. And I learned that the real challenge is not innovation, it's managing innovation sustainably and with real impact. And today, in addition to leading innovation projects, I train leaders who seek to transform the industry with purpose. And I'm here to share how artificial intelligence doesn't replace human talent, but rather amplifies it. How it helps us move from intuition to strategy, from ideas to results. For example, if you have ever felt you had a great idea but lacked the tools to take it to the next level, or if you lead teams and want to accelerate their results with new technologies, then this is a space for you. And we talk about process of innovation management using AI. Artificial intelligence has revolutions the world just as the internet and electricity did many years ago. And this revolution will change the way business work and compete. And it will be up to each company whether or not to utilize AI-based capabilities. However, some companies don't not yet use this technology. Others are just starting out, so it can be classified into four groups. Non-AI innovators, so don't have people who know AI, don't use AI, don't use anything, or AI occasional innovators, or AI practitioners, or AI from runners. This is an expert. Companies who has people trained with AI, use the AI, use a tool. And it will be great to learn about our realities in this group and see how we are doing in relation with AI in our companies. So the next question, and you can put in the chat, what level is your organization at? Your organization is one, no AI. You only put 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4 is your company is expert in AI. AI practitioners. Okay, perfect. Mel 3, Elisa.
For the AI frontrunners, you refer to the companies that are developing actually the path towards AI, right? No, the ones that are using already the APIs from other companies.
No, only in the company. It has people expert in AI and use the tools of AI. Marisa too. Occasionally innovator. Okay, yes. Some companies are afraid about AI, but it's okay. AI practitioner is good. Artificial intelligence is replacing many human activities, performing them better with greater efficiency and quality. So we wonder if AI can be used for a vital process in a company, innovation, a process that involves creative has often only been carried out by humans. Companies that invest in AI significantly increase their sales, growth, and market valuation due to the innovation they bring to their products. AI can bring numerous benefits to business, help improve customer service also, implement more agile innovation, and increase overall efficiency. It is also increasingly used to make fast and accurate decisions and solve problem complex. Large company can have advantage in launch speed compared to the competition, such as IBM, Salesforce, Amazon, Alibaba, use artificial intelligence to their advantage. The implementation of AI is a complex process determined by various factors such as culture, resource availability, organizational leadership, etc. But as the ability to manage it is acquired, its potential will be noticed. Also, companies should include innovation in their strategic plan to increase sales. Innovation is a challenge that this century globalization push companies to develop new product or service aligned with consumer need. AI can help quickly review what consumers want on the internet and shorten development cycles so you can respond quickly to the market. But many people are afraid of being replaced by AI at work. But most importantly, companies can help employees feel supported by AI and not see it as a rival. Since unlike AI, people have the ability to use various soft skills and above all, common sense. AI will not replace human data management as it can make error that compromise the clarity and transparency of the analysis. AI should free humans from repetitive tasks and dedicate that time to other analysis in the process of innovation. And this is to the next question. It's about barriers to innovation. There are four elements that companies face when carrying out innovation. Most companies innovate in a reactive and improved manner, and many ideas fall by the wayside, poorly executed or untested. And go to the chat. What do you think are the barriers to innovation? Think in your company, your experience. The barriers in general to companies in order to innovate. Limit resource. Elisa, do you think limit resource because you have a lot of ideas and you want to do everything ideas, but do you have resource, people, of money? What do you refer?
Well, I think both, because in some cases you can have resources, you have the ideas, but execution, executing in the right way from the right people can be a problem. And then limited resources when it comes to the budget, because not always a big percentage of the company's budget goes for innovation.
Exactly, it's only a percentage of the budget. Okay, and Mel, it's budget constraints, also budget, Mel.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes there is a fear that innovation will cost millions, not necessarily.
Okay, Erila, no buy in front of management.
Oh, I have a plenty here, so I can start now and finish tomorrow. So there is no buying from the top management. What I mean with that is kind of the top management hasn't made that a strategic imperative for the company. And that means you need to kind of articulate to the people basically that why we should innovate. Is there a threat? Is there a hope? You need to create a case for change. And then it's also on the other side, there is no growth gap. Basically, what is the growth gap? If we don't innovate, what do we miss? And if we innovate, where should we go? And then that's related to metrics, because what gets measured gets done. There is a saying, which kind of, if the metrics are missing, nobody will work on innovation. They will focus on the current business, which brings me to the next point where most of the cases, what I see from innovation managers and the companies is they are too focused on the current strategy. So managing what we call internal sandbox and not thinking what's next, basically, and what else. And because they feel that that is making money, it's producing in the short term, and it needs a lot, basically, to lots of effort. And then it's the risk-averse mindset of the team. So we come to the culture, and all are interconnected, right, with each other. So if you have a risk-averse mindset of the team, we are working right now with a company which basically they are quite innovative, but still they are struggling with the people because they have this process mindset execution. Basically, I can't disclose what type of company is, but basically they are trying to think about, okay, what should we do about the team in order to make it a little bit more risk-taking and with a growth mindset, let's say. And then what Marisa is saying, what Mel is saying, Elisa is saying, budget constraints and resources, that's a fair point, but also that is related to the top management. Because if the top management doesn't make that a strategic imperative, they won't allocate budget, they won't allocate a team or a department on innovation, they won't affect the metrics. They probably will have a broken or fragmented innovation process. And I've seen all different cases. There is plenty of ideas which go into the funnel, and those have a very low conversion rate because it's measuring the input, not the output. Again, going back to the metrics. So there are all this kind of, I'm going to stop here, but there are all these kind of things basically which are happening. And a company might have all the reasons of the world, to be honest, to not innovate because it's a tough business out there. And right now with AI that you are getting disrupted and you have to think about all different things, most of them miss this. And also the most innovative companies have missed it. Intel, you saw how they missed the game versus Nvidia, which was one of the companies which had the largest market share. And we have seen other cases in the history, Blockbuster with Netflix and others. So some of the most innovative companies will see this soon, probably with Apple. We'll see this soon, probably with Google, which kind of got shaken by OpenAI and all this. So it's tough.
Yes, thank you very much, Erila. Yes, I agree with you. In my experience, if the top management, if the director, if the CEO don't believe in innovation in a long term, don't give resources of people or budget. And I think if we are in a manager of innovation, we need to convince the top management. Marisa also said resort, budget, and people. Do you want to talk about that, Marisa?
Yeah, in our case, perhaps it's a little different. We know that we have little money, but it's also what we want because our objective is to try to find opportunities. And if there is an opportunity there, we are going to invest. And from innovation perspective, we need to try to this idea, convert this idea in a little MVP, and from this MVP, track most the quality part to understand if there is opportunity or not for the business to invest. And also, we don't have specific resources, people dedicated to this. When we have a challenge, we create a squad team from people from the business area and ask from them to dedicate time to this project. And sometimes it's difficult to combine because they are very overloaded and have a lot of work to do and need to dedicate also time in this innovation project.
Okay, yes. It's not alienate to all the company, I think. It's
Yeah,
only specific.
it's aligned because innovation it's lead from the CEO, no, and it's from the top management. But the people that are working in these projects also work in day-to-day task. Sometimes day-to-day task needs a lot of dedication, and it's a second priority, and you need to push a lot. And sometimes we have some disadjustment.
Okay, yes. I have this kind of experience in one company also. But many are you is correct. One is lack of time. Also is barriers to innovation is difficulty scaling a new development. And also a difficulty in consolidating a culture of innovation, maybe Marisa talks. Difficulty validating prototype for budget, for time, for people. But yes, this is a barrier. In order to this barrier that you mentioned, why can artificial intelligence be part of the solution? What do you think, in base of your answer of the barriers, what do you think AI can help? Why can artificial intelligence be part of the solution? Based on the barriers they mentioned. Okay, I read The first, Erila. Um, Accelerate innovation process, development cycles. Yes. Do you explain, Erila?
Yeah, you can implement AI right now from the idea generation, let's say, part of it, if we call innovation process from discovery, market intelligence, let's say, and then idea generation, and then development of the concept, where you need kind of also in the development of the concept many digitalization, prototyping, and all this. And when you launch, before launching a commercialization, you can do this rapid prototyping that Melissa is saying, and then basically testing that a lot before going to a physical prototype, which doesn't cost, in order not to cost too much, you can easily use AI. But also in terms of the post-launch, to get the feedback from the clients and the customers, basically, it helps a lot. AI can generate right now great insights in such a fast way. So I do think you can integrate in the whole innovation process right now and make the process much flexible and much faster.
Yes, excellent. Yes, you're right. And Mel works well for rapid prototyping.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, in line with what Edila mentioned, it's good to accelerate the initial phases, brainstorming, rapid prototyping. So you do not need to build something first and invest lots of money in it. You can just accelerate that phase, test it. Works also well for research. If you have data, user data, you can see if there is a fit there, or even for research outside of your scope, product market fit, like research about other markets can be a good, a way to get started.
Yes, and it's well, this kind of prototyping, it's required budget also. But I think it's if the top management approved, it's okay. It's perfect. And Elisa is process automation, I think.
Yeah,
Elisa?
like the first step, I think what Erila and Melissa said, it's very, very important on the part of research and also rapid prototyping. But I guess it can help a lot in the process automation and lowering the cost, because in this way we save not only cost but also the time to continue from one process to another.
Exactly. And you're also right, because artificial intelligence can reduce the time for analysis and idea generation, and also allows scaling, validation, and customization processes. I don't know who mentioned, I think Mel, but democratizes access to innovate tools. It's easy to access to these tools of AI. I mean, some case is not has not a lot of cost, and expand human capabilities, but require training. And AI in innovation process management. The ability of AI algorithms to learn quickly helps significantly reduce innovation costs, operational costs by replacing human labor, and also improve the productivity of company when developing a large number of products, as it has been observed that companies that invest more in AI technology manage to have more registered patents. This is a fact. And the innovation process has several stages. For example, idea generation, idea analysis, concept development, and product launch. Okay, and we can, okay, I think you are a good audience. In what ways do you think artificial intelligence will help at each stage? I have some example, but I think you had a good way. For example, idea generation. What do you think artificial intelligence will help at each stage?
So you mean tools that can help for idea generation, or
Mm, for example, you can use tools because it's AI. For example, DeepSeek, Gemini, from idea generation. Mail sets brainstorming sessions. Yes, and you can add AI in system where you collect ideas and make ideas strong based on focus areas. That's right.
what we do, for example, in our company, it's we feed the system with our own data. We train our own ChatGPT with our own data in order to personalize it and generate our ideas better.
Exactly. At this stage, AI can use its algorithms to identify opportunities that human could not analyze. For example, a broad research of internet forum to evaluate the need for a personal care product. This is my company do, and thus obtaining real and large data, which is what consumer need. um, Generate ideas from prompts with tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Notion. You can cross-reference trends, also scientific studies and market data in seconds. It fosters structures creativity, helping to break down cognitive biases in your team. And you can ask AI, give me 10 ideas for sustainability solutions to reduce water using residential constructs in arid areas. And you get a brainstorming second, which you can filter with your team because the AI don't replace the human analyze. Only give her ideas, but you unfilter them. What do you think the AI uh, can help in idea analyze, not idea generation, analyze?
Can I mention something there also for the idea generation? Because everybody knows that they can use ChatGPT and Gemini and all this in order to get some ideas, right? Like a first kind of draft or get some intelligence that is there in the market. But I would like to be very careful because what we mean with innovation basically is not just a bunch of ideas which exist out there, but we need to make sure that basically we put criteria. What do I mean by that? So even in idea generation and idea analysis, you need to put what are your company's focus areas, right? And kind of for a certain company is connectivity, for an automotive company is feel like a home in a car, and those who are working on innovation understand what I'm saying. And focus areas is kind of what's a mix of capabilities and trends, basically, which has a certain market size, right, for you to chase. So if you have the focus areas clear, which come from the top management, basically, and you know also what are the criteria of any idea to be robust enough, then you can train your AI agent, right? And particularly to be something which is corporate suite, because we know that whatever you put, if it's account with free, whatever you put ChatGPT would be there for everybody. So you can train your AI agent with that information, with the insights you get from your market, future foresight insights, with these focus areas to build this first draft of the ideas. And then you need senior people always after that to ask, because these senior people are trained to do better probes, basically there to ask about, hey, is this idea good enough? Why is this idea, for example, is going to shape next 10 years? And they need to put those insights there. And then when you move to idea analysis, put a framework or criteria, they can analyze the ideas as well. And so I think we need to kind of train that and not just go there and ask for ideas, but we need to train with our framework, with our focus areas, with our criteria, so it does a better job and now there are systems just saying we have developed, for example, an AI innovation ecosystem where you can map out trends, build scenarios, build your focus areas, build the business concept, find what competencies you need and you don't have, basically, and do matchmaking. So you can do this whole process now in already AI innovation systems that are built. If people want like a plug-in solution in a way, and they just customize it for their own company.
Exactly, yes. You mentioned something important because in some case, for example, ChatGPT invents information and looks at real data, and you look and okay, it's a real data, but when you investigate, it's not real, it's a fake. It's a reason because I think that AI can replace human labor because the labor of the human is to analyze, is to we know the market, we know our sector, we know that maybe people need, but the idea generation only give you information, but you analyze. And this is important because in idea analyze, this is really important where AI can help eliminate human biases. I have experience in my company with AI. In some case, for example, the people who decide who products launch to the market or who products who we need to work, maybe some person says, oh, I like to projects about water treatment. And the person has the power to decide to do water treatment. But when it started to use AI said, no, the people requires more pipettes in different types. But the persons and the experts said, no, I think we need to invest time and money in water treatment. But the AI with the data and with the information says, no, go to the pipes. And I think that's something important in our company because AI can help eliminate human biases, human preference. And AI is more objective and can curate ideas based on data. This can greatly help innovation managers find the next great product. And also you can automate competitive analysis, market intelligence that you mentioned in some part, or use predictive analytic models to assess the likelihood of success. For example, in our company, we used to launch surveys weekly. Today, we use AI to analyze 2,000 reviews on architecture and hardware forums and detect patterns, what people are looking for, what missing, what bothers them. It is really quickly to analyze. This is a quality research, one want to interview, focus group, ethnography, etc. But it's a long interview, and the last time agency charged a high fee for their service. Quality research with IA incorporated advanced biometric techniques such as eye tracking, facial expression analysis, neuroimaging, provides a more holistic and accurate understanding of course customer emotion and subscription response. That is interesting because quality research find if the person lying. Quality research with AI. If the person looks to other sites, to other sites and say, no, this part of the person said is fake, it's not real. And I think this is interesting because maybe human person who review the interviews don't note this part. And I think AI is more accurate. And also, this is a scrapping plus NLP. That is, scrapping is collect and structure data, for example, review text, and natural language processing to analyze massive feedback, review social media, surveys. This gives you the voice of the customer directly from the internet without waiting for traditional surveys. For example, imagine you are developing a new smart VOWI system for small homes. You want to know what real problem users are having today with similar product. You use this a simple example. You used to act as an expert in data analysis using NLP. Here is a series of user reviews on bathroom faucets, summarize the main problem, the text, and thread. And you put the reviews. Complicates installation. After 2 months, I started leaking, doesn't fit my standard thing, pretty too many parts, the instructions are not clear, all the reviews. You put what pattern of inclusion can we draw to improve the design. Not only 10, you put 2,000 reviews. The AI will tell you main problem identified. It's a resume, no? Difficult and confusing installation, short-term leaks, incompatibility with regular sync. The conclusion, a more compact design is neat because you put maybe that design, the first concept of your design. And it should be easy to install without a technician, simpler manual or video tutorials, improve material to prevent draping. This is applied in LLP in its simplest form. Instead of reviews, each review one by one, we use AI to identify patterns and make better innovation decisions. And the best part is that any project leader can do this, even if they're not a programmer or data analyst. And the other is the next stage is concept development. And in concept development, with the aim of validating the proposal, the AI can help because can do various prototypes. These usually take a lot of time, but with the help of AI, decision-making can be optimized since AI can develop a large number of prototypes in a short time. An example is General Motors, who use AI to develop more than 150 combination to optimize the weight of its material by 40% and increase resistance by 20%. And this is computer aided design optimization. This is a benefit. Rapid prototyping with evolutionary algorithms, performs material or scenario simulation. An engineering team can use AI to simulate how a new material behaves in extreme climates without having to build the physical prototype first. And this is an example of AI in concept development. Ask you, I don't know if the question is correct, but do you use AI in product launch? Put in the chat if do you use AI in product launch and what has been the role of AI in product launch? Marisa, only in content campaigns. What is your experience, Marisa?
The product per se, what is the product really? No, we don't use AI. But yes, when we launch a product, normally we make a marketing campaign and we use AI to in the content of this social media or these photo video campaigns.
Interesting. AI help a lot? Not help a lot?
We are in a point that we don't know exactly because the cost is high.
And the
Sometimes,
results?
yeah, and the results are good, but we sell very small pieces, and we need a very good resolution and very good precision, and sometimes it's not unless right now it's not a good solution.
Okay. Mel, do you have experience? We have not used yet, but agents can help with marketing campaigns. Okay.
Yeah, I can imagine. I have myself not used it yet for product launch directly, but I can imagine it can help automate once you want to market the product, automating, the social channels, automating the posts on social media so that you get these marketing campaigns automated.
Okay, perfect. Oh, well, my presentation on product launch is disappeared, but product launch, where AI can play a key role in developing the entire advertising campaign and even analyze the conversation with the customer. I have experience with that. After you launch the product on the market, the AI analyze the conversation with the customer and proposing products based on their needs or maybe improvement of the products, and after analyze the talking with the customer. Also, Netflix and Amazon use AI algorithms to streamline their customer persuasion process. AI is useful if you want to predict predictive sales and adoption models. And also it's interesting with dynamic pricing based on the demand and competition, and you can move the price in order to the people, to the demand, to the clients, and user segmentation and communication personalization. A company that launched an innovating product in one country can use AI to detect which other market it will find traction in without having to conduct traditional market research, because we have 10 countries in Latin America, and if we launch some product in Costa Rica, we use AI to understand if this product is fit with the clients of, I don't know, El Salvador. If the AI say yes, it's okay, we don't use the traditional surveys or traditional market research and only implement it. But if the AI say no, it's maybe don't fit, I use the market research to validate the information. Also, I think this is useful is project management. And of course, AI can help us with our day-to-day management. For example, automatization, the schedules, also detect bottlenecks before they occur. And I don't know, maybe Monday or Jira include AI that alert if your milestone is at risk and suggest reassignment to avoid delays. And also, for example, Asana, ClickUp, seek tasks and resource based on productivity and priority. And I think that's really interesting to use. Do you have experience with AI in the day-to-day to manage project? No, do you have don't not Marisa? Okay, we don't use it too. Okay. Yeah, but it's
Gemini, we use Gemini basically a lot to manage projects, Notion as well, and all this kind of Trello we use as well. And we use also because you can embed AI in Google Sheets as well. So that is also something we do.
okay. Perfect. Yes, Mel.
Yeah, we use it for when tools have already AI implemented. So the mirror boards, they have also an AI how to say face, an AI feature that can help you organize things. Notion as well. I think even Zoom has also an AI feature. So those, yes. but nothing specific, like tailored to us.
Okay, perfect. But we want to talk now about the success factor for implementing AI in our companies. Innovation management is a complex process, requiring several factors to ensure that AI implementation achieve optimal results. What do you think are factors that influence the success of AI implementation? For example, a lot of us is in three, it's AI practitioners. But what do you think what are the factors to succeed for AI implementation? What is the ingredients to transform to AI from runners, for example?
I think maybe when using it, I mean, AI is only as good as the data behind it and as good as the questions that you ask. So prompting, knowing how to prompt and giving the framework around it of what it is that you want. It's very important to not have hallucinations and AI bias even.
Yeah,
Exactly.
having a skilled team, meaning that definitely we've seen it's not same when a senior person does the probes and when a junior person does it. It changes completely, but also training the team, I mean, you have to be ahead now. If you really don't want AI to control you, but you control AI, you need to be ahead. I know how hard it is, but you need to push in particular, leader needs to push the team to really start getting basically very agile with the new tools. How to generate like a PowerPoint through AI, how to use AI agent, how to build AI agent for your work in order to reduce your time basically working on some stuff where you can put your time better in kind of more cognitive, using your cognitive, I would say, skills where AI cannot do it, at least right now. Basically, you can put the time there. So really, I think training the team where they can use AI more and more and come up with new AI tools that are out there or even create, I think it's key for a firm to be a front runner.
Yes, yeah, doing it is important because in some cases, resistance to AI or innovation is often not technical, but it's emotional or mental, in some cases. But skills are really necessary. It's a reason because one factor to success of implementation AI in the company is the skills. It's the key to have a staff who are trained and expert in AI technology, who additional have an open mindset. So that people have to open mindset to change, to do different. Since 2010, there are universities that has been offering a large number of graduates who are expert in AI. A small number of these universities collaborate close with company. And you can find this university to streamline the experience of their students. And also it's important, and we talk, I think, in the conference, is a structure. We talked about the top management, we talk about is they are convinced of AI, because company must have an open mind to modify the organization based on the needs of the team. For example, if we have to implement AI and it may be necessary to create a separate company, separate the company, the structure, or have multifunctional teams that have mixed skills to integrate with each other when required, it may also be necessary to create links with other companies by doing, for example, open innovation, including AI. Many approach where the company must be open the possibility of changing its structure. But it's not depend on the manner of innovation, it depends on the top management. They are convinced of AI. And also is a strategy. It is very important to be clear about how much will be invest in the implementation of AI. For this company, must know the benefit that this can bring. The CEO have to know what is the benefit, has to know what it is important to implementation AI. Also that challenge, because it's not easy to implement. It's not in 2 days we have all the company loving AI, no. And also the uncertainty of using this technology in a complex environmental that they change every day. But any professional can apply AI in their innovation process without being a programmer or technical expert. So any professional can do that. And we are going to show how to apply to innovation management process, how to do in a simple but in a powerful way. For example, this is accelerated validation of innovative drainage system in South America with AI. This is an example, is one of the projects that I lead. We launched a new drainage system for a highly competitive market, and we knew we needed to quickly validate whether the solution has commercial potential. Traditionally, it's market research, focus groups, survey will have to be conducted and then wait weeks. At solution, it's AI. They use ChatGPT, scrapping, NLP tools to analyze user comments on social media, forums, e-commerce sites, and we can recollect all the data, research trends related to drainage system, technical requirement and frequent complaints from installer. And in less than 48 hours, we had a clear insight matrix that allows us to fine-tune the product design in the marketing measures and prioritize countries to launch. Only three countries to 10 that we have. AI save us weeks of work and take bad decision. This is okay. But well, this is all about the presentation about project management using AI. This is my Avanza con Evelyn is my page. Thank you very much, Mel. If you have some questions, I'm here.
Thanks a lot, Evelyn. That was very insightful. Anyone in the audience, do you have some questions for Evelyn or some food for thoughts or comments? Okay, I will go first since we gather all our ideas and wrap around. It was a lot of information. Evelyn, in your experience, how safe is it to use AI? Some companies are, afraid of putting in their patterns or information that can be non-disclosive, those things, GDPR.
Okay. Artificial intelligence can be a great ally in critical projects as long as we see it for what it's decision support tool, not a replacement for human responsibility. I think Erila mentioned that because this is a labor of the human, no, and it say depends, I think, on three key factors. First is the data quality. If the data we feed AI, we provide to AI is incomplete or biased, or if recommendation can be erroneous or even dangerous, I think, okay, the AI can give you a bad idea. And also it's human oversight. In high impact projects such as infrastructure, healthcare, or energy, AI must be monitored by professionals who understand the concepts, the context, and can validate its suggestions. No, it is the expert of the company, the technical expert. I think the third factor is algorithm transparency. Today, there are explained AI models that allows us to understand why the AI recommends a particular option, which increases confidence in critical environments. In short, AI is safe when it is well trained, well supervised, and well contextualized. It should never decide alone in scenarios where live, right, or large investments are at stake. And my recommendation is to use it as a co-pilot. No? It analyzes, suggests, accelerates, but whoever takes the wheel remains the leader, is the leader of the project.
Makes sense. Thanks, Evelyn. Anyone else? Some questions in the room or thoughts?
Probably I have a question. Evelyn, in your daily work, right, and in your company, basically, what have you seen actually, in terms of outcomes, right, tangible outcomes out of the use of AI, whether in the innovation process or whatever, like, what have you seen? Kind of something, for example, that has impressed the top management or has impressed the rest, that have made them, hey, we have to use AI because look at the benefits of it. And on the other side, what has been something that raised the red flag for you? Hey, I need to watch out when I use AI.
Yeah, I think well, one common mistake when the company use AI, because our company I think very much to implement AI, but AI is not apply for sake of it. So I want to use AI and I buy AI. I want to know about the real problem you are trying to solve. And in my company, I think this is the most important thing. We really understand the problem that I try to solve, and innovation not start with technology, but start with necessity. I think it's the top management is really happy with the result of AI, but we had a lot of errors, because in some case we provide hero data, we provide without expert on in AI, and I think the leadership in some case doubts about the AI, but now it's convinced because it's useful.
Thanks, Evelyn. So looking at the clock, we have 2 minutes more. Before wrapping up this session, if no one has any questions, remember the rule ABC, so always be connected. Putting in here again in the chat the link towards the LinkedIn page of Voice of Women in Innovation. And we look forward to seeing you here for this series next month, where we have another brilliant woman joining us and showing us behind the scenes of innovation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, Melissa, for today's session. We are coming back with the Innovator series in September. August, it's a free month. And I would like, first of all, to invite you one more time to share our LinkedIn page with other innovators, invite other members, people that you know that are innovating and that could be helpful and could be an added value to this group. And also don't forget to check our YouTube channel where this session will be also added, and our website. I would like to wish you good holidays who is going on holiday, and we are gonna see together again in September. Thank you, ladies.